What's going on? Welcome back to another video of 20 useless facts that everyone should know. These useless facts might not seem so useless after you've watched this video. From random trivia about everyday life to surprising truths that you never knew, these facts are perfect for killing time. Let's get into it. The human vagina always holds a small amount of yeast. Even without an infection, the vagina will always hold some kind of fungus. Regular cleaning of this area is advised to prevent the growth of bacteria and infections. In 1911, the Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre. Ironically, people were more excited to see its exhibit empty rather than to see the painting itself. The number of visitors also increased during this incident. Therapy has been found to be least effective at battling depression compared to playing video games. While addiction to video games may contribute to depression, research has found that it is not so when done in moderation. Some video games help with rage and emotional control, which promotes positive results. Adult cats will only meow at humans. Kittens will meow to its mother, but more frequently to humans as it matures. Kittens only meow at other cats to indicate hunger or the need for warmth. There are more possible arrangements in shuffling a deck of cards than there are stars in the sky. Shuffling a deck of cards has 8 times 10 to the power of 67 of approximate arrangements possible. It is highly unlikely to end up with the same sequence of cards per shuffle of the deck. You are able to become less depressed if you stay up. Research has found that there is a correlation between those who pull all-nighters and hazing out of your depression. This is because the longer you go without sleep, the more active your brain becomes. However, it is not recommended to go without sleep as it is a necessary need for humans to be able to function normally. Polar bears charge at a group of walruses while hunting. They attack those that are crushed or left behind during the mass panic. Seeing a polar bear directly attack its prey is considered rare according to observations and studies. Geckos eat the skin they shed. This is to prevent predators from finding and eating them. A small price to pay for survival. Samsung translates to 3 stars in Korean. This name was chosen by the founder mainly due to its symbolism. He wanted the phone company to be powerful and everlasting as the stars. It did not take more than $1 million to build Mount Rushmore. The construction of this famous monument took over 14 years to complete. Over 400 workers built this monument from the ground up from 1927 to 1941. The most mathematical flag in the world belongs to Nepal. In its constitution, there is a detailed step-by-step guide on how to draw the flag to its exact measurements. Nepal is also one of the few countries that have a triangular flag. Starfishes do not have blood. If you were to cut one of its legs, blood will not spill out. Instead, they simply regrow their lost limbs as if nothing happened. Starfishes get their nutrients by using the seawater found in their vascular systems. A BBC radio announcer once stated that they did not have any news. This occurred on April 18, 1930, where no major events took place that day. The announcer blatantly said that there was no news to report. Mexican prisons do not punish you for nonviolent attempts to escape. This is because it is part of human nature to want freedom and therefore is not seen as a crime. However, factors such as property damage and violence will cause prison guards to practice the necessary punishments. Sourdough cocktails are served in Yukon. The drink has been served since the 1970s and contains a shot of whiskey and a human toe floating inside the glass. All toes that are served with the drink have been mummified beforehand. The official language of Ireland is not the most spoken in the country. Instead, its inhabitants are more comfortable speaking in Polish rather than Irish. English has also been more dominant since the beginning of the 19th century. The happiest countries in the world have the highest antidepressant consumers. These countries are ranked per capita. But at least now we know the medication really does work. Every decade, brain fibers lose 10% of their strength. At times of acute stress, they shrink even more than the average amount. This decline continues between the age of 20 to 80. The Japanese have its own word for book hoarders. Sundaku is the Japanese word for people who love to buy books but never read them. More often, these books are just left piled up inside their homes and never used. Minnesota has the world's quietest room. The noise in this room is measured in negative decibels. It is so quiet that you are able to hear your own heartbeat as well as the sound of your bones moving. People say that this room is so quiet that it can also drive you crazy within 45 minutes. That's all for this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more daily facts. See ya!